This is my attempt at explaining everything to make a little bit of sense on how I came about doing my beat for the Electron Hip Hop Sample Challenge number 2. If you're coming from outside the Electron, or excuse me, the Elektronauts forum, I will include a link to the beat for which this is all about, and you can check it out from there. What I've done is selected samples out of the provided samples by going through each track, finding things I want to use, be it one hits or loops or what have you, even percussion stuff. So I'll quickly blast through those just so you can hear. So here's a little walkthrough of the samples that I did use and take. And there's a few in here that I'll still play them, but I don't think they made the beat in the end. But these first couple are from Dimensions from the required sample. So those are just some drums, bass. This drum fill's from the GONG tune that Doug posted. Birds, these birds are from the same tune. This is from the Newport, New York. I took this conga from that. From Affectionate B, posted that tune. This came from the same tune, and I grabbed this to have a snare. This came from the Edward Woodward tune, No One Knows, or I'm not sure what the name of the song is, sorry, but I took the No One Knows out of there from the tune that Yabba posted. No one knows. What? This is a vocal sample from the children's show that was posted by Yabba. Or excuse me, Sleepyhead. What? This was a loop I lifted from the Fabio Frizzi tune that Finn posted, but I didn't use it. Didn't end up using it in the end. This is from the Bo Hansen tune that Bus posted that I grabbed. That made it in there. That was an attempt for me to take the Yeah Yeah from the Martha and Vandellas track. That's a Tom fill from the Bruce Lee soundtrack that Sander Skler posted. That cymbal and crash came from the New York posted by Cesare, and I actually ended up making the hats out of those. This little piano fill came from the Virgin Steel tune that K. Pucksky posted. This is from the Open Window New York sound that Simon Bradford posted. This was from the Alan Parker tune that Rock Paper Ghost posted. Where are we here? This is from the Lizzie Mercier de Clou. I don't know how to say that, I apologize. That Neon Milk posted. And that one I grabbed just kind of because I couldn't find anything in that tune to grab, and it ended up actually being a main part of my beat. So. This came from the Tangerine Dream tune that Sherelle posted. Unfortunately, I don't think that one worked in the end. 40. This came from the audio collage that the Ghost Cat posted. 42. It was from some brand or something selling 1842, and I just wanted the 2. So 42. Lifted that and chopped out the 2. That, I think that came from the Time Traveler tune that New Drugs posted. And I honestly can't recall if that one made it in either or not. So that's it. And I guess other than that, for process, while I lifted those samples off my tablet with the Zoom recorder, I actually did the whole beat on the MV8800. Well, instead of importing the waves directly, I actually ran the Zoom recorder through the SP16 to use the filters to try and take out some of the digitalness of the samples all coming from YouTube. Once I had them into the MV, I've got my whole rig going through this cheap mixer, and then all the subs come back into my recorder, which is a Tascam DP. Depending on the way things go, I'll break them down into any number of tracks. In this particular one, I split it up out of the MV. I had most of it still coming out of the 2-track, separate track for the kick and snare, general percussion, bass sound, and the hats. And then I actually ran them back into the recorder just on 2 different tracks, one stereo track for, 3 tracks. No, that's wrong. Two tracks, one stereo track for everything but the drums, one mono track as a drum bus. Then I recorded the entire stereo out into my cassette recorder sitting on the ground here right now. And I wanted to go lo-fi with it a little bit, so I actually used a crappy normal bias tape from Radio Shack, new old stock from back in the day. Then at this point, this is where I start losing perspective on sound and everything, so I started going from the tape. I ran it through, onto tape, excuse me. I ran it through the Boss SP, the Roland SP555 to use some of the DJ looper effects, which you'll hear in the beat. Then when I got on a cassette, I actually bounced it back into the digital recorder, but before that I went on to another cheap recorder, which is kind of another lo-fi secret weapon that can be had for nothing. Boss BR600, and one last final time through the Curtis filters for a bit of overdrive, back into the Tascam, and then to use the Tascam's very simple mastering, and then export to the wave. So that's the entire process, and that's how I came about my beat this time. So thanks everybody for your samples. The way I like to work just generally when I'm buying stuff, I don't always buy stuff that's fire and live from that. I like diving in the dollar bins and trying to make lame samples into cool samples. So that's kind of my, but I mean, the stuff you guys post, it's all gold. So I want to challenge myself, so that's why I wanted to use as much as I could into a beat. So that's where I'm at. So, and yeah, you guys all keep it up. I like everything that you're posting as well. It's always great, and hopefully we can keep this going semi-regularly. So we'll catch you next time, and take care.